Hey everybody, how's it going? In this video, we're going to be trying some new fragrances out of this sweet Toblerone box. It's actually from a brand called Vertus Paris. We're going to see what they're about, but honestly, the presentation is pretty sweet. Like, it opens up like that, which is really nice, and you can sample a bunch of things. And if you're wondering why some are empty, it's because I randomly grabbed a couple of them. But let me tell you this, that I grabbed one, right? And I'm looking, and there's literally no name, but there's a number at the bottom. So I had to do some digging, and pretty much all the fragrances or all the samples here have numbers underneath them, and they correspond to cards that are also in the Toblerone box, right? So we are going to, in the cards I have here, so I have the names of the fragrances here. And we're just going to do some first impressions because it's been a minute since I've done first impressions. So I got number 21 on here, and the name of this one is Chaos. All right. Let's see what this is about. I'm expecting this shit to be wild. There you go. Okay. I've learned. Fresh. Automatically. I didn't even get to say what I was going to say, but here's what I was going to say. I've learned that when testing new fragrances like this, that I should stick to one spray, because I have always, like, I don't think there's been a time where I grabbed a random fragrance and it has been weak in performance. For some reason, they last forever on my skin. So whenever I used to spray 3 to 4 sprays, it would sometimes choke me out. But this is a very fresh scent. And honestly, it kind of reminds me of the other new scent I tried from Black Cliff, and that one was called Sexy Eyes. And, like, it's a nice fragrance, but it wasn't really my favorite. This smells like the sea. Like, and I think that's probably what I am gathering between this scent and the other one, is that one also had, like, sea notes. And I definitely smell that here. It's very much like a marine, fresh sort of fragrance. And it's like, there's something in the back of this scent that kind of smells like fruit, but like sweet fruit, almost overly sweet fruit. And oh shoot, there's the notes. Wow, the notes are on the top of the fragrance. But to be honest, on the next two that I'm going to try, I'm still not going to look at them. But what is it here? Okay, so on the top it says lemon and marine. Okay, marine, I'm going to take that as the C notes. Jasmine, patchouli, white flowers. Don't really get florals, to be honest. Dry, woody, ambergris, oak moss. Okay, it's probably oak moss and ambergris. That, yeah. That might be the ambergris, because with oak moss, well, I think it's both of them combined, but more of the ambergris, because I've noticed that I'm not the biggest fan of this note, because when I get closer to it, it kind of puts me off. It kind of reminds me of somebody wearing a sweet fragrance and they're sweating. That's what it kind of smells like to me a little bit. So I don't really like that in the background. I guess it can be sort of chaotic in a way, but this is something that's nice in the air. You know, it's very like, you know, hold on. Let me not even put my nose to it. Let me just kind of smell it right now. It's still like a safe fragrance. You know, if smelling this in the air right now, it smells very similar to your typical sort of designer fresh fragrances. And that is not a dig, okay? I know when people hear designer fragrances in niche fragrance videos, they think that it's not worth it and all that. But I think that's where like a mass appeal would sort of come in with this fragrance, because it's not bad at all. Like, it smells decent. It's just not my favorite, because the closer I get to it and I smell more of that ambergris, oak moss combo, I'm not really loving it that much, you know? So this, I'm going to put it on the side right here. And this video, again, is first impressions, all right? And of course, all opinions are my own. If you want to try these scents, I'll put a discount link in the description box. But yeah, let's see what this is about. Okay, this is number 5. What's number 5? This is called Rose Morocco, all right? I'm going to expect a little bit of like a Middle Eastern sort of smell to this fragrance, you know, just a rose, maybe some woodiness. Okay, one spray of that. I'm also, well, I don't even have to let these settle. I was going to say it might have some incense in it, because typically rose, Moroccan fragrances sometimes have that in the background, but this is actually quite nice. With a name like Rose Morocco, I wasn't really expecting to, I thought it'd be kind of but this is actually kind of enjoyable right now. Okay, okay, between the two that I just tried, I got Chaos here, I got Rose Morocco here. This is definitely more niche. Like, this is something that the niche lovers would enjoy more over Chaos. That's just my opinion on it. But yeah, I'm getting a woody sort of smell, and I'm doing this, but there are notes here. Let's see what this is about. Okay, apple, cardamom, saffron in the opening. I do smell the saffron. I do get a little bit of that spice. Apple, you know what? Not really some apple. There's some tartness to it. But maybe what I liked, because initially if you go back like 15 seconds when I first sprayed this, I was like, huh, that smells pretty good. And I see that there's cardamom here, right? And cardamom is a scent that historically I really mess with. Like, it's very, very sexy to me. There's one fragrance in particular I can think of that I hated it, but everything else has been pretty on track. But yeah, apple, cardamom, saffron, and then in the middle it says rose, magnolia, violet, lily. Definitely get the rose. Other notes, not really smelling any white florals. In the base, you got vetiver, sandalwood, tonka bean, vanillin. Vanillin? I didn't know that was vanillin. That's new. Like, look at that. If you can see it. I hope it's focusing at the very bottom there. I've seen vanilla, not vanillin before. But yeah, just like the notes aside, I do get that saffron. I can pick up on some cardamom and rose, and then a bit of sweetness, if that's what vanillin is, because it smells like vanilla, but not exactly like vanilla. And I don't really get tonka bean, if we're being totally honest. But it smells pretty good. It kind of also reminds me just a little bit of Sultan by Royal Crown. That sort of, you know how I said that one was like a little bit fiery, and then it just had, and also, you know how Sultan and To Me by the Fireplace have a little bit of similarity. The more you smell this, like in the background of it, you kind of get that By the Fireplace Sultan sort of fiery smell that I like. Honestly, By the Fireplace was one of my favorite fragrances when I first tried it. It was my signature for a while. But I like this one. I prefer this over Chaos as of right now, and they're both different type of fragrances. Like I said, that one's more fresh. This one is definitely more of a nighttime, like winter, fall type of fragrance. This is definitely something that I don't find to be a crowd pleaser, but I find it to be something that is a more dominant fragrance. I find it to be something better suited for a very confident type of person that doesn't mind wearing polarizing scents. But I call this like a soft polarizing fragrance because yes, it's bold and it has the ability to have people hate it, but it's not super bold where it's very off-putting. You know, it's something that is unique because this is definitely a scent that you are not really going to smell on a lot of people, at least here in the States. A lot of these Moroccan sort of smells are not very common. You know, you're used to the Chanels, the Diors, that sort of thing. So this is very different from what the average person here is used to smelling in terms of perfume. So in that regard, it's unique, but I like it. It's good. And it also kind of has a shampoo sort of smell on my skin. And I like that because I love fresh fragrances and it brings like a fresh element to it. It smells like, yeah, honestly, it smells like shit, like a freshly showered shampoo. And there's like, I think an Herbal Essence Moroccan oil shampoo that maybe that's what I'm associating it with, but it smells good now, honestly. This smells fire. Damn, I like that. Okay, we're gonna keep, you are number one. You are number one. All right, and this last one here, number 8. Oh, this cyan? We don't know. We're gonna figure it out right now. We're gonna spray it right here. Come on. All right. Okay, that's a green fragrance. off rip. Like, that is a fresh green fragrance. How the other one was fresh marine sea notes sort of scent, this smells green to me. Yeah. Honestly, kind of like lemon tree leaves. That's what I'm getting. And I know that there's going to be notes down here, but for this, I want to not look at the notes just to tell you what I'm really picking up right now. Yeah. You know that fragrance Under the Lemon Tree? And you know that fragrance Wulong Cha by Nishane? That is what it kind of smells like in terms of the leafy, citrusy scent of it. It smells good. I like it. Do I like it more than the rose one? We gotta give it some time. Give it some time, because the rose one... Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Okay, yeah. The fragrances are blending together right now. The first two that I sprayed, I was like, why does this smell like a little bit like chaos? And it's because chaos is, it's all here. But very pleasing, calming scent. Really. I think that this is just a relaxing sort of fragrance. Let's see what this is about. Okay, we got aldehydes, juniper, pink pepper. I see that. Okay, it smells more, like I said, lemon tree leafy to me. Iris, cypress, vetiver, sandalwood, and musk. Okay. Yeah, it still needs to like settle, but I still stand by what I said. And I know I read those notes and I don't see any like petted green or whatever. I think that's the name of that note. But that to me is what it smells like. It's like an unproblematic sort of fragrance. You know, I see this. It is a unisex scent, but I see it leaning more feminine. With Rose Morocco, I see, like, all of these are unisex fragrances, but I would say this one leans just a little bit more feminine. But even if you're a guy, I think that you can totally kind of pull this off, because this also gives off a slight mysterious vibe to it. You know, it's a nighttime scent, and this can easily be a mysterious, sexy sort of fragrance, 1000%. But chaos, unisex, masculine. This one definitely goes a little bit more on the masculine side in my eyes. Yeah, between the three of them, they do. It does, I mean. I'm smelling the eau de Sion, and I wish I knew what that meant. But very green. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? It kind of smells a bit also, I don't want to say watery. It's not that it's watery, but it's like when there's like a tree or next to some sort of like running water, like a river or something, you know? It just kind of gives me outdoorsy vibes, not just the tree, but like a tree next to some water. That is what it kind of smells like to me. And just like a nice hot day and reading next to the tree trunk. That is the atmosphere that I get with this fragrance. That's what I'm envisioning with number 8. With Rose Morocco, I said the more nighttime sexy fragrance. But with Chaos, it is mass appealing. And it's just something I feel like you can wear anytime. It doesn't really scream, oh, this is the type of situation I see it in. This is the type of person I see it on. Because it can just be worn by anybody that just wants to smell marine fresh, you know? So those are my first impressions of these 3 fragrances. And honestly, there's a lot more here. There's like a total of 21 fragrances in this box. But if I did 21 first impressions right now, I might lose my shit. So I am going to stick to these 3. Again, I'll put a discount link in the description in case you want to try the samples, or if you're a straight shooter and you want a blind buy, just offer a review. I mean, you are a baller. But yeah, I'll put all that sort of stuff in the description box below. Let me know if you've tried anything from this brand. So if there is something that I didn't try here that you enjoy, let me know, and then I'll do a first impression video of that scent as well, just so we can kind of see what everybody's feeling, you know? But anyways, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.